Hello guys, I am not so much like I don't know how the mixed reactions are going to be because of this video, but I am going to invest in Paytm. The thumbnail and everything is clear, and I am not out of my mind. But yeah, I am going to start investing in Paytm, and let's get started on why I am doing it. Here is a disclaimer that I am not a SEBI registered investor or trader. I am not taking your decisions and I am not sitting with your pockets. Your size and positions might be different from my position sizing, so do everything under your own risk. And also, I won't suggest you to follow your advisor because most of them might not have a financial advisor. So, uh, basically, whatever you're trying to do it carefully and do it with a small position sizing and try to follow proper risk management. And now I'm going to explain why I'm going to buy Paytm. First of all, why am I relating few stocks to other stocks? Let's take Policy Bazaar fintech. Even this was beaten down, and the value every time what I see is a uh, market cap, right? This is the most important one to check, and this is the main thing also every time to check. So, finance. PB Financial Tech, that is Policy Bazaar, has this much, okay, and Paytm is almost, let's say, is it double of that or what? It is basically 1.6 times of that, and today I think it has beaten down, and it will be coming down, and it will be matching that. But these are not the decision makers, and even these are not proper decision makers. But ultimately, if you're seeing her, Paytm Bank market share is 17.1%, right? And if you're seeing wallet transaction wise, it is 70%. Fastag wise, 28%, and mostly UPI wise, it has reduced compared to Google Pay and other things. But if you're seeing, Google Pay is not a bank and anything is not a bank. But what is really interesting right now is Paytm Bank. Paytm Bank, okay, let me open the window. Customers, okay. So Paytm Bank has around 60 million bank accounts, okay. At the same time, if you're seeing HDFC Bank, is around 4.36 crores, right? What is it? I mean, it is one of the largest banks, private banks, and still previous year it was not trying to cross in terms of bank accounts. But ultimately, it's not just about bank accounts. This is what is brand about. You know, Paytm being much early. So if you're seeing Vijay Shekhar Sharma and his videos, and you're saying that he's an arrogant person and he is something, I don't care about that kind of things here. So what I really care about is this thing where he has built one of the greatest brands in India, and it comes with a not original idea, let's say, but also not copy paste idea. So he has been evolving the product with the development of India, and was creating a good product which can serve most of the customer base. Now, seeing this valuation, like, let me say, I heard that Berkshire Hathaway and there are many other investors, real good investors who have invested in this share, right? Let's go to Wikipedia and see Paytm. Okay. So Warren Buffett has invested around, he has a stake around 3 to 4% of Paytm. Usually Warren Buffett, whenever he invests in a value investments. And that time, that is 2017, it was in 10 billion valuation. The estimated value is 10 billion. Now if you see, it is 6 billion valuation. Right? The valuation it went public was, I don't really recollect, but it was huge valuation which had around 2 point, the valuation was 20 billion, and right now it has almost below that whatever Warren Buffett has bought, and also below some of the investments, like little above the investments which Taiwanese and SoftBank has invested in. Like if you are seeing here, they got 5 billion valuation with Ratan Tata and Tata Sons. But I don't know whether this is completely true, but ultimately the entire thing is, what does Paytm not have? Like it was trying to be a single biggest bank in India, it was trying to be like one of the biggest player, and it is coming with a unique idea. Like if Paytm fails, right, Indian startup ecosystem who thinks that they can come to a good IPO with a good product are going to fail. Despite of it being a loss-making company, where did they make losses? In giving Indian economy the cashback system and introducing all these things. And that is a part of a game to attract Indian audience, that is give a cashback, so they are attracted. And now if they stop cashback, will the people use it? They might use it for all these things, but they might not do that immediately, because right now they don't have a Paytm bank which can get a savings account, and they can't use it for loans. And what is a drawback right now is Paytm share will cripple much greater than what we are expecting, and most of the investors, value investors, will get out of it because of bad news from JP Morgan reports and other things which are coming up. And this is what you're going to see. Like there are multiple things going on with Paytm which might completely destroy the share price and get it to, let's say, 400 and other things. But I found this to be a good value, and I'm going to invest in it. I'm going to make a short video, because ultimately, which startups would you like to invest, right? Which startup, if you had a cash, will you invest in, even if it's private or public? So if you're seeing, okay, let's go to Zomato right now. Okay, Zomato is valued higher than Paytm, if you're seeing here, right? Even right now, it is, if they're valued higher than Paytm, I don't think that makes a clear sense to the startup audience. And other things, whatever you have to see is, there's one more thing which you have to check is Nika, which is also valued at somewhat the same price of Zomato, right? All these three things don't add up, right? Like Paytm is pure bank play in future, but right now that might delay. But even the customer base which exists right now is extremely good, and what Paytm might do is let's say what they might do, and based on that how we can invest. Right now Paytm is basically a bank, and if you are seeing something like OneCard or FI Bank, Federal Bank has an app called FI. So OneCard is aggressively tying up with Federal Bank again. From IDFC First, they are mostly trying to shift from IDFC First to Federal Bank. So these wallet services, if Paytm ties up with an existing bank for a temporary time, let's say until this thing is gone, the stock will again be at the same price. For the existing accounts, it will be Paytm Bank. For new accounts, it will be something like Federal Bank or some small bank. which they can tie up with, and the stock price will again be normalized if that is the decision which they are going to take. If it's not that, then it will be plain and simple. I am going to clearly invest in Paytm regardless of what move it is going to take down, but I'm not going to invest everything immediately because it's a falling knife right now, and investing right now is a risky decision based on the pocket size which you have. If you have a bigger pocket size, you can invest now and keep on investing in the downfall, but right now it's in a good valuation, so I would, from my point of view, it is a great investment right now. That is what I feel. But when I discussed with the group, there were a lot of feedbacks that I literally they didn't want to say I was gone mad, but everyone was like, oh, why Paytm in the first place, right? So I don't think I am against the crowd most of the time, but that is not a right way to do. The market says follow the trend. I don't follow the trend in terms of investment. I only follow the crowd in terms of trading, but not in investments at all. Okay then guys, that's it from my side. I'll take a leave. Ciao. Bye.